What's going on, beautiful people? David Iden here. DJ, if you know me on a personal basis, that's up to you. New week. New week, new me. Yes, something like that. Shit, okay, sorry. Why did the bench press break up with the dumbbells? Because it needed more support. Spotters only. Fun fact about bench press. The bench press was actually originally performed on the floor, called the floor press. The bench didn't become standard until the 1950s. The original benches had no racks, so lifters had to clean the bar weight to position. Had to clean the bar, bow, and then lay into position on the floor. Oof, I'm glad it's not the 1950s, to be honest, especially if somebody of, anyways. Affirmation for today, I am stronger than my doubts, steadier than my fears, and today I push forward with purpose and power. As you guys can tell, we got bench press today. I'm running incredibly late, and I have a client at 9. It is 7:31. So yeah, I'm running incredibly late, but it's all right. I had to drop my son off at school. Life of a parent. Okay, so today we got long pause benches. We got 255 and then a couple 230s, depending on how my shoulder feels. 4 sets of 5. High bar pause squat again. 3 sets of 8. We're doing top at 245. Should be pretty easy. Kelso shrug, whatever those are. 6-way raises. I got to slow those down a little bit. Overhead extension, got to slow that down. And a 3 plank. Had a pretty good conversation with my coach yesterday. And it's very funny. I have to work on not going as low on my squat, which is crazy to hear. But apparently I go too low and I'm losing a lot of power. So I got to tweak my technique that way and not go ass to grass, which is hard for me to say. But it's okay. Also in that conversation, it was very much like, I'm not used to only working out 4 days a week. I'm used to working out like 5 to 6. And he was like, you seem like the type of person that loves to live in body pain and soreness. Yes and no. I mean, I'm just used to working out, going balls to the wall all the time. Just happens, just the type of person I am. But I see the benefit in drawing back a little bit, letting the body heal and everything, because like you said, we have a long season ahead of us. We have 3 back-to-back competitions essentially, just like month or 2 apart from each other. So we got to stay healthy and clean out here. So that's what we're going to do. 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 We love fitness out here, okay? Any kind of fitness. 3, 2, 1.
going on, everyone? So, that workout happened. It was great. It was such a great time. Man, bench. So, first of all, let's just get through it. Volume, everything is killer. The volume is crazy. Like, triceps cramping, chest cramping, heart cramping. Just kidding. But my lungs are cramping, bro. Like, shit is crazy. Shit's like cardio. But, I mean, if this is going to make me stronger, it's going to make me stronger. And this is what the coach wants. This is what the coach gets. See, I listen to my coach. I don't know why all you guys, all my clients, like, y'all don't like to listen to me. Or they always want to start some drama. Listen, you got to do what you got to do to be great. And this is what it's going to take to be great. I had to pause the workout. You guys obviously didn't see the remaining of it because I hit my squats. I don't even know if you guys got to see the full squat, my last set, because my card was full, because I didn't remove the stuff from the weekend. So here we are. So now I'm trying to, so then I had all the accessories, which went great. You'll be able to see those on my social media if you go check that out whenever I post that. But yeah, man, I give this workout like an 8 out of 10. You know, this shit was fun. It was fire. My shoulder's on fire. Also, I moved my hands out and I stopped torquing down from my bench because my coach wants me to be a little bit more flared out. So that's what I'm doing. Take care, yo. That's what I'm doing. And my shoulder feels much better. I mean, I still feel a little bit of like the tendonitis in there, but I've been trying to ice it pretty regularly, trying to stretch pretty regularly and all these other things, these rehab things, just to be back in fighting form. Also, my getting benefits at work, so I'm gonna be getting all my teeth fixed. Also be getting a physiotherapist or an osteopath, I don't know, something to just make sure that this body, as it's getting older, is still gonna run smoothly and still kind of just do what I needed to do. So gonna be looking into that too. And it's pretty much just exciting. That's the excitement that I have moving forward. Anyways, if you guys like this content, please do what you do. Do what you do best. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Because we can all be better than yesterday, and that's all that matters. I mean, there's probably be 2 parts again. 2 parts again, because it seems like the fitness stuff people like a little bit longer, but my morning cereal should be a little bit shorter. I don't know. A lot of people are giving me a lot of good feedback. So keep giving me the feedback too in the comments. Let me know what you guys want to see or how you want the video structured. All I'm doing is just throwing shit at the wall and seeing what's going to happen. I see what sticks. Kind of watching everybody's YouTube channels and seeing what's working for them and see if it works for me. That's the nature of the game, right? We always all try to see what somebody else is doing and see if we could do it and it'll work out for us. And if not, cool. It has nothing to do with copying. It's just trying to do what's trending and what's similar in order to get views and things like that. Excuse me. But with your own like spice, sugar and spice. Also, this channel is sheerly about like, not so much like informational, just like the love and joy of like, and the suffering of squatting, of training, of lifting, and just being in the gym, being your healthiest version of yourself, and like just having fun. That's what this channel is pretty much about. Not like too much. Like the morning cereal can get a little bit deep sometimes. Sometimes I can get a little bit deep because that's just what life is. But it's very much just about like, yo, fuck it, let's have fun, bro. Let's just ball out. Or let's just hit our element, find our element, and just live the best version of ourselves, right? That's what this is about. I appreciate y'all. Catch y'all. Tomorrow's a rest day, so I'll probably end up doing some cardio and then my core. And then we'll see what happens. Spirit fingers. Until next time. Cheerio.
Why don't deadlifters ever get into arguments? Because they know how to let things go gently with control after locking out. With every rep I pull from the ground lifts more than weight. It lifts my confidence, my power, and my purpose. I'm built for greatness. Affirmation for today.
Fun fact about deadlifts. The deadlift is one of the oldest strength tests in history. Ancient warriors used to lift stones or logs from the ground to prove their power. Some cultures still do it today with manhood stones or peoplehood stones. Peoplehood stones. Let's not get canceled out here, people. That weigh over 300 pounds. So yeah, deadlifts equal ancient beast mode. What's going on, everyone? David Iden here. DJ, if you know me on a personal basis, that's up to you. Guess what? Deadlift day. Deadlift day. If you guys couldn't tell, we are going for, sorry. Here we are. 3x3 at 5:30. Finally, some real weight out here. Love it. Love it for me. Love it for you. And then we got some pin-loaded front squats. Pin front squats. Meaning, I'm going to stop just below depth so I keep learning how to not go ass to grass, because ass to grass is not it. Do I feel blurry to you guys? Let's clean that. Oh, is that better? Am I in HD? Or is it just the lighting? Is it just the lighting? Is it better lighting over here? Oh, it might be. I don't know. It's like, anyways, I'm like two-faced. Like half my face you can see, half my face you can't see. Darkness. Pin-loaded front squats, 3x5. I'm trying to, again, practice the depth thing. And then we have some chest-supported dumbbell rows. Stupid. I'm going to do it, but it's stupid. Tempo leg press. I actually really didn't mind these. I do have to load them up a little bit more, make the bands a little bit tighter. So yeah, it's going to be great. It's going to be great. Primary deadlift day, going to alternate one. So maybe I'm doing one full set of 3x3 at 5:30, and then hitting some 1x1 comp each. Going to alternate. I don't know. We're going to find. I don't know what all these things say, but I'm sure there's going to be notes in there when I click start session. So let's get warmed up and let's get to it. It's been a crazy morning, man. Had to drop my daughter off at the airport. It was tough. Almost cried. Almost also got a ticket, but I used my tears to get out of a parking ticket at the airport. So, guy from the airport, if you're watching, thank you so much. It was tough letting my daughter go on an airplane away from me. So, thank you. Let's not tear up again. 3, 2, 1. All right. Well, that's done. That shit was crazy. Pin front squats, something new. Yeah, trying to work on my depth control, not go too deep. Which, whatever. It was interesting. I didn't mind it. I do like front squats every now and then, and I asked the coach. Ooh, come on, clear up. Oh, sorry. I asked my coach for an extra squat day, so some squat accessories. So he gave me front squats. Thank you. Now at least I'm squatting 3 times a week, which mentally is what I need in my life. Yeah, the deadlifts move, man. Like I got up to 480 or 475 or some shit, and I was like, yo, I don't know if 530 is gonna move. And I thought I had 3x3 at 530, but I only had top set was a 3x3 or three reps, and then it was a drop down 15% to 450 for the last 2 sets, which excuse me, deadlifts moved, and I was super excited about that. I don't know, I'm still getting used to that seal press. I don't know, I'm not really a huge fan of it, but coach wants it, coach gets it. And then I'm still like so exhausted that my one ear is blocked, so I can't really hear. Yeah, seal rows, I don't know, we'll see what the coach says about that. And then leg press, he didn't like how I looped the band last week, so he was like, double loop it, asshole. And I was like, oh, okay. And then he's like, you could do a lot more. Sure, if I'm not pausing with a band at the bottom. Anyways, got those done. It was supposed to be sets of 15, but my first set at the top set, I could only get 13. My legs were just cooked. And I dropped down the weight. 13 again, cooked. And I dropped down the weight significantly and got the 15 reps that he wanted. So we'll see how he feels about that. I feel good about it. We'll see how he feels about it. Again, it's trying to work within the RPE, or the set rep range. So knowing when to like drop down to like, obviously not completely fatigued, so you're cooked and you won't be able to perform the next series or the next workout. It's a matter of like getting the volume that you need in, so then you can like still progress, right? Like I'm not, and like him and I talked, and it's not about like moving weight and then risking an injury, like trying to get the top set. It's like work within the rep range, right? So if it's RPE 8, then I should have 2 left in the tank, where with the top set of those leg presses, I did not have 2 left in the tank, so that sucked. So I dropped down, and like, yeah, I had to stop a few times to get through, but hey, this is what it is. I got it done, and that's all that matters. Can only be better than yesterday. Thank you all for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, share. See you guys on the next. See you guys on the next. Until next time, live well, my friends. Cheerio. Pew, 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 pew.